Hey everyone, welcome to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. In this episode, we're going to talk about Norman Reedus. You might remember him from The Walking Dead, and maybe a little game called Death Stranding. Well, he spilled the beans, because he basically confirmed that they've started the sequel to Death Stranding. So during a interview, he basically said they were asking him about the game and basically how he met Hideo Kojima and all that good stuff. And he said, yeah, we just started the second one. And so they weren't quite sure. What do you mean, like Death Stranding 2? And pretty much after that, he was pretty blunt about them starting the second one before he went into retelling the story of how him and Hideo Kojima met in the first place. So since then, that story has been, or Norman Reedus has retracted that statement, but I think he spilled the beans before Games Fest is what I'm thinking. But we're going to go around and see what everybody else thinks. Shane, what do you think about Norman spilling the beans?
I honestly do not care because I didn't play the game. But what I do care about is watching Jeff Keighley shit himself when he heard Norman Reedus do that. That was ours. That was ours. Yeah, it's hilarious. Now Jeff Keighley can't wear his bedazzled pants and be the first one to talk about it. I never played Death Stranding. I had no interest. When I found out it was basically a walking game, I don't want to walk. I don't want to carry packages. I have a job. I have to carry paper sometimes. That's good enough. So I find it funny when leaks like this happen, especially by the people that are definitely not supposed to leak it. You know, Marvel movies, you always had the kid playing Spider-Man leak that crap in an interview. So what they do, they stop giving him interviews. You know, I think those things are hilarious, but I could really see Jeff Keighley's butthole pucker shut when he heard, Norman Reedus go, yeah, we're working on the second one. And he's like, man, I have been working months trying to get this, game thing going so I could be the first one to announce it like he did the last one. I think it was him on the last one, but I just find it hilarious myself. I really do. So Jeff Keighley and his bedazzled britches ain't going to be the first ones to bring it up. So, ha. What about you, Pat?
I mean, it was a popular game. I played it. I did not beat it, unlike Nick, who did beat it, I'm pretty sure. Nick's one of the only group who did. But it got really weird when you got into the second area for me, and it became way too much. In my opinion, it became too repetitive of, go here, grab all this crap, move it from here. I mean, you did get to build a highway and get a vehicle and stuff like that. But, it was a unique, interesting game. I'll put it that way. But I couldn't push myself to beat it because it just seemed like towards the end, after you build the highway and everything like that, that you're just still doing the same crap over and over and over. You're the human semi-truck, basically, You could stack packages like no other and carry a heavy load. So I from what I understand in the ending, I'm not sure how they're going to get a second one. I mean, I guess the BTs are still there and everything. So I guess, whatever.
Gave birth to twins.
Right. The baby came back out this time. It's going to be an interesting second game. I mean, whether he was supposed to reveal it or not, I don't know. I know Kojima loves playing his little games and things like that. And I wonder if he's a little pissed off at Norman, or if, like Nick and Shane had mentioned, is that Jeff Keighley was pissed because it was supposed to be his reveal and Norman Reedus just stole it from him. I don't know. I don't think Norman Reedus cares one way or the other, so he doesn't probably care. He's like, who's Jeff Keighley? That's probably what he's wondering. He's like, Jeff who? What's he done?
Is that the guy with those bedazzled britches?
He's the one who bedazzles his denim jacket. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of this. The first one was a unique experience, and it was a unique experience is all I can say, from before the game came out until after the game came out. Because I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I'm like, what the hell is this? There's a baby and you see it down a throat, and there's these weird little invisible creatures, and I'm like watching the whole trailer, and I'm like, what is going on here? The game doesn't really explain a whole lot as well as neither. It does kind of towards the the bosses of each area, if you will, the boss fights. You get a little bit more peace and a little bit more peace, but then you're just like, I have no clue what's going on here. I'm just delivering packages. I'm just a UPS driver here. I just drive here. That's all I do here. I don't know. So, I don't know. What about you guys? What do you think, man? What do you think? You beat it, right?
Yes, I did beat it. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do a sequel. I wasn't really expecting a sequel to this game. I figured it'd be a one and done type of thing. I think the most unique thing about the first Death Stranding was really the BTs and all that stuff, right? I think that was the coolest part. Those areas, if they could just focus on that and less on the transportation kind of area and maybe more of the city building stuff, the city building and the BT stuff, that was like probably my most favorite part, not delivering packages halfway across the map, but the other stuff. So if he just focused on that for the sequel, that would be better, I think. Yeah, and the story, it's very loose, makes sense loosely. You know, it's a Hideo Kojima game, so the story, you know, even with Metal Gear at the end, you're going, I think I get it. So it's like, you know, he's kind of abstract in his storytelling. So, but I mean, cool that they're making a sequel. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I would assume Hideo Kojima would make something just completely new and not remake remake Death Stranding. I mean, I know he made a bunch of Metal Gears, but you know, I was just figuring he would make a bunch of new games and not really focus on sequels and stuff like that. But Norman Reedus spilling the beans, whatever. I mean, yeah, it was probably going to be announced at Games Fest, I would imagine. I bet that was probably in Jeff Keighley's back pocket, and he was so excited because he's probably going to be a hologram in it in this one too. Probably got a bigger spot than just finding him in the middle of a desert or whatever. You know, there was a lot of celebrity holograms in that game that you could find. I know Jeff Keighley was one, but there was also quite a few other ones that I can't think of who they were at the moment, but I know I think all of them.
Conan O'Brien, right?
Yeah. Conan O'Brien was one, which I think I found all the celebrities that were in there. But yeah, it's an interesting game. Like, if I would say if you haven't played it, definitely check it out. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be in the new PlayStation Plus premium platform, Platinum, Mega, Ultra. Happy yes version of PlayStation that's coming out in June. So if you haven't played it, and I believe it's the PS5 version, so if you haven't played it, you can definitely check that out. And I think it's the PS4 and PS5 versions, so you can check them out in June if you're going to subscribe to that service. And if not, you could probably find it for super cheap. So that's what I think.
Well,
what about you, Shane? You ready to do some more city building and dodging the BTs and delivering your UPS packages?
I didn't do it the first time, and when the PS5 version was announced, I seemed a little more interested in it because it made basically all the traveling stuff a lot easier, and you could do it a lot quicker. Yeah, they got all new mechanics in them, and you got like a man cannon in the damn thing now. And it's
what
like right off.
Are we even talking about the same game? A man cannon? What?
Yeah. Look up the PS5 version. The director's cut, I think is what they called it. They had like a man cannon and all sorts of crap going on. But yeah, but you guys got to remember, this is Hideo Kojima. This could be all part of his master freaking plan. I mean, he could be telling Reedus, yeah, I want you to say it and then say it again and then take it back. Just to mess with Jeff Keighley, or say it again, but it's not Death Stranding 2. It's Silent Hill. They're going to do it. Or I'm on crack and it's the Lee La Lu La Lay from Metal Gear Solid.
I think you're on crack. I think it's
definitely Johnny. Did you see the dragon?
Oh, Norman, see the dragon. No, it's probably just a slip of the tongue type of thing. But yeah, I mean, I would like to see personally, I like to see Hideo Kojima do. I don't know. I mean, it's fine if that's what he wants to do is a sequel to that, and it might be a contractual thing, right? He might have a contract that where he had to make a series of these or something like that. But I would like to see him do just not make sequels, just make his own like just one types of games and just kind of move on to new stuff, making new stuff all the time and nothing that's sequel based. That's what I'd like to see him do.
Yeah. Now he's not a fan of sequels. Konami, when they had him doing the Metal Gear Solid, they were like, they made the first one and it did amazing, but he didn't want to do the second. But he basically was forced into the second one. And then with Snake Eater, he wasn't supposed to do anything but be just giving advice and crap like that.
Snake Eater.
Yeah, he was supposed to eat the snakes. But 4 he really wanted to do. But 4 was such a departure from the others. It was great. I loved 4. So
Shane, you're such a huge fan of his games. Why the hell haven't you played this one? I didn't know you hadn't played it.
It just doesn't. A walking sim doesn't entice me at all. Because everything I saw, the original thing I saw was about the BTs and the baby, Guillermo del Toro and Mads Mikkelsen, I believe it's his name. That was really cool. And then like the gameplay trailer, it was this. BT.
I mean, there's combat, and then it was this.
No. Let me finish my story here. BT, and a little more of this. Oh, and wait, chapter 2, but faster.
I like this story.
Chapter 3, meow.
It really wasn't that bad of a game. Really,
that's all I got from it.
I think you need to play it
at some point.
I think you need to play it.
Fine, buy me the director's cut so I can get the main canon.
No, you get to play the same thing we all get. I don't know what you're talking about, man canon. I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
I think he's talking about meat cannon.
That's a different game.
That's a different game.
He's playing
Zone of
Doki.
Enders. But no, it never enticed me, and I'll be honest. I'll give it a try. I never really should. I should not knock. I don't typically try to knock a game. But this one really, when all the walking stuff started talking about and showing off, it really lost its interest for me. But I should give it a try. I mean, I typically trust Nick's judgment to a point on a game. So, but hey, or I can just start at number 2 and just skip the first one. Maybe number 2 will have half the walking.
Then you won't get to experience Lou and all the other stuff in the game.
The Lila Lula Lay?
The Lou. You know who Lou is.
I experienced the Lou before we started this cast, so I don't know. I'm not just not interested in it, but I will give it a try. Hell, it may turn out to be another Kojima game I love. I mean, I played them all except for Metal Gear Solid 5. I never finished it. I'm just not a fan of 5.
I mean, I was hooked on it until close to the end of the second part. I mean, I was hooked on it, and it just got to be too much in the second part. But I get too hung up on doing all the side crap, and that's what got me. I could have just did the story, and then I probably would have made it a lot further. But I'm like, oh, okay, what? There's something over there. I'm going over there. Stuff like that. So that got, or when you're building the road, you're like, I got to build every piece of this road because I can. I don't have to, but I can, so I'm going to do it. And that's what I did,
Yeah.
I think I did everything in that game. All the side quests, built all the road, everything. So, I mean, it was actually, I think it was a much better game than I was expecting at first. Because I thought it was going to be a lot of walking and stuff. And I was really surprised. I mean, like the BT, like I was saying, the BT parts and the building the highways and stuff like that, and the BT parts, which there's quite a bit of that, is probably the best parts of that game. Besides the weird story, I think the BT parts are definitely like, it almost changes into a different game when you play through those parts. It's like it's like a scary
sneaking game at that point. Yeah, it's a scary sneaky game at that point, right? Because you're like, where's it at? I don't see it. My little thing's going off. It's over there. Oh, I think that's it over there. And you're trying to weave in and out of stuff but also while carrying a bunch of shit too. You're like, if I drop all this, I'm gonna be pissed, you know.
But see, that's the part that sounds interesting to me. But it's having to deal
And that
with
happens
all
most
the
of the
other
time.
crap.
That
It happens
most
quite
of the time.
frequently, yeah.
Yeah.
In the beginning, the first area, it's not, but it's only in like one section in the beginning area. But once you get out of the beginning area, there's a lot of places like that where you're like, but then they also throw human combatants at you in the second area too, which not just, you know, the BTs, it's also the human combatants trying to steal your packages. Porch pirates, if you will. There's a lot of porch pirates in the second part.
Right.
Damn porch
And you have no
pirates.
glitter bombs.
Oh, that's just horse crap. No glitter bombs. Damn you. Kojima, you let me down.
Yeah.
But either way, I hope Jeff Keighley is just reeling in this and is pissed off. And Kojima's just laughing about it because either way, that's free promotion. I mean, that's just advertisement. So you don't care.
Kojima
And
wants to
Norman
see
Reedus,
Reedus fight Jeff Keighley. He wants to see him fight.
Reedus is
A
a
cage
fairly
match to the death.
Reedus is a fairly big dude, so I would like to see him give O'Keefe a good waffle stomping. So let's see what happens. Watch him walk out on stage. Keeley, waffle stomp.
Just like that, too.
Just like that. That's my Norman Reedus impersonation.
Is it?
And
Sounds
the
just like
crossbow.
him.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's funny. My Sandra Bullock sounds just like it.
Okay. Only in Speed, right? Or Demolition Man, is that the one? Or I'm sorry, that was Demolition Man, wasn't it? Or was that Judge Dredd? I can't remember. It was one of the two. It had Sylvester Stallone in it. But anyway, that's off topic. You guys got anything else you want to say about Death Stranding?
I'm surprised
Nope.
Shane didn't play it, to be honest with you. I really am. I didn't know he did not play it.
I
For
will
shame.
get it and play it.
Shame.
For shame. For shame.
For shame.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Let us know down in the comments below. Have you played Death Stranding? I'm like Shane over there. Have you played it? And what did you think? Let us know what you think down below. And have you checked out the meat cannon and the director's cut? Also, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. Hit the bell notifications. Stay up to date with new videos that we do all the time. We'll see you next time.
See ya.